Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Talladega Super Speedway as we get set to begin the first race of the Eliminator round. That is correct. It is the Eliminator round of the chase for the Budweiser All-Pro Series Season 4 Championship. And it's gonna be an exciting one, as we all know how exciting Talladega can really be. Now, as you can see, a lot of drivers no longer have their yellow banners as they have been eliminated. We are down to the final 8 competitors who are gonna battle it out to be the final 4 going into the final race this season at FTF Super Speedway. So, without further ado, as you see, O'Neal Belvin and chaser Nick Altendorf are on the front row. So, let's go track side for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
We've seen 4 wide finishes. We've seen 4 wide passes for the win by the pole sitter. Anybody could win this race, and anybody can be involved in a big accident. Oops, too far. So you never know what's gonna happen as we're gonna go racing for 19 laps here at Talladega Super Speedway. I usually would have my good buddy Seth Cole here commentating with me, but unfortunately he was unable to make it for the event. So, he's also driving on the racetrack. So as you see, we have Altendorf, Hagen, and McCurry, the top 3 chasers in the field so far. Heading down the back straightaway, you still got Plord, Balkin. Cody Lamas is still in the chase. Kyle Matthews is still in the chase. A lot of good people still in the chase as you see the cars go down the backstretch, getting ready to go green here at Talladega. Altendorf, who won this race in Season 3, when he made a 4 wide pass for the victory. And then, actually earlier this season, if I'm not mistaken, in the Geico 500, we had a 4 wide finish that saw Lisa Gonzalez in the 55 car take home the victory. And as you can see, Lisa is starting, I think that's the 11th position, if not, that's the 13th. 11th or 13th, she's starting on the grid. Here we go. Pace car is in. 19 laps of racing. Big one gonna loom around the corner in every lap when these cars go 3 and 4 wide racing. Here we go. Getting ready to cross the restart line. There it is. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're underway here in the 2K Sports 500. Cars already fanning out 4 wide, going down the straightaways. Nathan Hudson will move into second place as he goes underneath Nick Altendorf down the back straightaway. Now here he comes down the inside line. Nathan Hudson wants to lead the first lap. We all know Hudson's luck is surprisingly they have settled it out to roughly 3 wide racing in the back. That's something I've never seen before at Talladega where they're 3 wide instead of 4. Oh, we have an accident up ahead. It involves a chaser and more getting involved here in the accident. That was very, very surprising. I saw Preston Plord involved. Preston Plord's involved. Is there any other chasers involved? No, I don't see any other chasers other than... I am not sure what started that wreck, as Hudson is the leader. Robert Wagner's up in smoke. Dougie Shears involved. Cameron Pemberton. Jake Haynes. Betty Thomas. Daniel Voiles. Annie Thomas. John Cittadino. Seth Cole may have been involved along with Trent Dunham. I'm not too sure. And others. Oh, they're stacking up here under caution. The 43 car of Henrietta Fitzwater has some front end damage. You can see some of the nose buckled in right there, along with, looks like the 51 of Alex May, unless that's just the, nope, never mind, that's just the way the paint scheme looks. Well, we're going to go take a look and see what happened to bring out the caution flag, and it involved Preston Plord, so we'll be right back. And here we go, look at this, the most classic form of racing, as you see cars slicing and dicing. The 7 car of Voiles turns Poteet down into Wagner. You see the 15 involved. This is where Trent gets involved. It looks like the 51 and the 5 are going to get through it. Nope. And then there comes right back up the racetrack. I don't think Seth Cole got involved, actually. You see just all the damage, all of these cars just up ahead. When the wreck happens like that. We're going to go on board with the 52 of Seth Cole and see if he made it through this wreck. You see him falling back on the outside line. He's watching. There's the wreck that happens. He's on the brakes, on the brakes, on the brakes. He's going to try to go above, and then he sees the 7 car. He stops dead. Gets a little bit of a hit right there. And you see just the smoke and carnage in front of him. He tries to make it through. As you can see, he will clearly make it through. Go to the grass. Oh, the 2 car just gets out of his way. I don't know why Seth is on the apron, but he seems to be okay as he comes back up on the racetrack. Alright, so that's what happens to bring out the first caution of the day. Seemed a pretty much of a big one happened. Let's go back up for the restart. Welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway, where after an accident in turn 4 at the beginning of this race, we see a lot of cars out of this race, including Robert Wagner, Dougie Shears, Cameron Pemberton, Jake Haynes, Trent Dunham, Connor Breton, Steve Pollard, and I believe under caution, something happened to Dylan Young, causing him to retire with a gearbox problem. So here we go. Your top 10 is Nathan Hudson, O'Neal Belvin, Dusty Allen, Nick Altendorf, Joshua Collard, Sean Henley, Chaser Cody Hagan, Anthony McCurry Chaser, Lisa Gonzalez, the former winner, and Charles Jackson. Now we've seen crazy things happen. We've seen crazy things happen at Talladega. We've seen a 1-2-3 finish by Joe Gibbs' teammates. We've seen 4 wide passes for the lead. We've seen a 4 wide photo finish. What else could we see possibly happen of all here at Talladega as this race progresses? Getting ready for the restart here with the 6 and the 18. There we go. There it is. The green flag is back out. I was going to say nobody pulled out in the top 5, but I lied because here comes Altendorf. Hudson getting a pretty decent lead, but that's not good because the cars behind him will eat up that lead in a hurry. Altendorf was going to try to slide back in line, but he's going to get left out to dry. Here comes Henley on the outside with help. Bunch of chasers still in this race, including that 21 of Balkan. As it looks like the 18 car is just going to be content to push that number 6 Mercedes. Now the cars are starting to spread out behind him. Nope, here comes T18 to the inside now with all of the drafting help he has. And leading at the line, oh my gosh, that was so very close. Apparently it was the 6 who led that lap. He led it by 1,000th of a second. As we're trying to watch the race behind these guys as well. Here comes Altendorf to the inside of the 18 of O'Neill Belvin. Belvin trying to stay to the outside to get some drafting help, but the more drafting help is on the inside. Here comes Anthony McCurry, who has yet to win on an oval track in the series. McCurry now going to go down low with Charles Jackson behind him. Belvin still on the outside, but it will be Altendorf leading this lap. Now Nico Altendorf in the middle. He's going to try to shut the door on McCurry. He does a little bit. No, McCurry gets the run to the inside. Look at the 18 on the outside line. Get the run. 3 wide down the back straightaway. It is now O'Neill Belvin who's going to make his car just a little bit wider. He's going to go down the block the other race cars behind him. We still have 11 laps of racing to go. 4 wide behind these drivers, and this whole pack includes a bunch of chase drivers. O'Neill Belvin rockets still to the lead. He's looking a lot like Judy. Here comes the 6 to go down to the 18. Tried to block him. No bueno. And here the leader of this lap will be the 18 car by inches. 1/100th of a second, inches I mean. But gotta remember though, that 6 car has been itching to get to victory lane for quite a long time. Drivers are still 4 wide behind him. Hudson just mirror driving, listening to his spotter. Oh, these cars definitely getting racy back there. Oh, Belvin gonna go straight to the inside line. Boy, this is looking a lot like a league race online if you ask me. Look at these race cars. Coming to 10 laps to go. Oh my gosh, this is going to spell out disaster as these cars wreck. Now it's going to still be O'Neill Belvin. He's going to try to return to victory lane at Talladega. A lot of these cars are trying to settle it out to 3 wide and behind them. 4 chases in a row on the very outside line. Ooh, the 13 and the 11 car are pretty close back there. Really close. That could take out a bunch of chase drivers. Oh Lord, I am not liking this. Look at this outside line run. Look at this run. There he goes. I knew that was going to happen. Shelton gets involved. I see it. Oh my gosh. Henley, what a save. Fitzwater, McCurry, Gonzalez, Collard, Qualls involved, Balkin, Nick Altendorf, I think may have made it through actually, because here comes the rest of the drivers who fell behind. Yeah, Altendorf doesn't seem to even have a lot of damage, but Cody Hagan does. Hagan's teammate Shelton was involved. Oh my gosh, what melee this was. The 18 car did have the lead, but this is going to drastically reduce this racing. I knew that was going to happen. These cars were just pushing it a little too far and too hard, and it just, oh Lord, they're going to stack up here. Yep, they're stacking up. Villanueva. Oh, the 6. Oh Lord. Oh my gosh, the 16's involved now. I think the 3 finally has damage. Well, as these cars stack up, because none of these drivers apparently know how to use the brakes, let's go back and take a look and see at what happened to bring out the caution flag. Okay, we're looking here to see at what happened. As you can see, the 13, it's 4 wide right here, and the 13 car just gets a little too close to the 34 and turns him right up the racetrack. That's where Shelton got involved. She got spun. Comes all the way down the racetrack and just misses the 14 of Kyle Matthews. And this is where everybody else gets involved. Cody Hagan. I don't see Cody Lamas in this wreck. And you see that's where the 21 car got damaged. Where is Lamas? Where's Cody? Where is that 20 car? 20 car is slow down the back straightaway. What happened to Cody Lamas? Did he come out of pit road? Something happened to Cody. I think his engine might have let go. Something happened with Cody. He might have a tire down, but it doesn't matter because the wreck happened right over here with these race car drivers. Going down the back straightaway, we're looking at Cody Hagan. Like I said, all of those chase drivers just lined up on the outside. Coming off of the turn, the 13 is going to make contact with the 34 at full speed, and this is the end result. Sean Henley, wow, what a save. But this is what happens to bring out the caution for the second time. Let's go back up and see who's left to finish this race. Welcome back to Talladega, and boy oh boy has many cars retired out of this race. We're going to start with the 20 car of Cody Lamas, whose engine did in fact expire. But retiring out of the race from the wreck include Peter Saviano, Alex Mays, Jessica Villanueva, Derek Pemberton, Stephen Pollard III, Jessica Shelton, and other chaser Cody Hagan. Not very many chasers left, as their top 10 is O'Neal Belvin, Nathan Hudson, Carson Gum, Larry Hagan, Charles Jackson, James Silverfox, Kyle Matthews, Seth Cole, Annabelle Belvin, and Dusty Allen. Green flag is back out to all that is left here at Talladega. 5 laps to go on this restart. So you never know what's going to happen. These front 2 cars of Hudson and O'Neal Belvin have been the dominant cars of the race, swapping the leads numerous times. Oh, now it's going to be Hudson that's going to go to the inside. The car is just scattering in the back. Yes, that was me mimicking the cars. Look at Nathan Hudson going to have help from Larry Hagan in the 22. Now, Larry Hagan has never been to victory lane. There's Charles Jackson in the back, and as well as probably the only chaser left running, and that is Kyle Matthews. Let's take a look. There's one chaser. There's Altendorf, so Altendorf is still running. I take that back. Nick Altendorf and the 43 of Henrietta Fitzwater all still running here at Talladega. As you can see, it still is the 6 car of Nathan Hudson who is leading this pack. He's dropped down that very little bit, and there goes the 18 car to the inside. He's gonna try to block, but he can't close the door on the 18. 3 wide behind him. It's a side-by-side battle. Who's going to get the side draft? And it looks like it's going to be the 18 to clear. 18 car looks to clear the 6. Heading down off into turn number 1. The 18 car does have the 6 car cleared. Now the question will be remain is, will the 6 car pull back in line underneath before the 54 gets there? Come on, Hudson. Pull down to the inside. There you go. Pull down to the inside with Charles right behind you. Hudson now going to get a run on the 18. Is he going to go low? Yes, he is. 6 car. Nathan Hudson going low with 3 laps to go here at Talladega. Looks like it's just going to be an 8 car battle. Now the 18 going to get hung out to dry. 6 car on the inside line. Here comes the 14 of Kyle Matthews, 3 wide behind Hudson. Ooh, Charles, a little squirrely there by Charles. He manages to save it though. 2 laps to go. Charles going to retake second place even after getting that squirrely. Hudson's got a huge lead, and remember I said that's not a good thing to have. Charles, these cars can't make a charge. Charles Jackson is trying to get a charge on Hudson, but they're coming to the white flag. If the 27 can get by, here comes Charles looking. He might have he might, if him and the 27 work together, and that went out the window. Carson Gum goes to the inside for second. That's gonna give a very good extended lead to Hudson. Now Nathan Hudson's gonna take the white flag. 1 lap to go here in the 2K Sports 500. Carson Gum moves into second with Larry Hagan moving into third. Charles Jackson being hung out to dry. If the 22 and 27 can coexist, they could launch an attack on Nathan Hudson, and it looks like you're going to try. No, the 22 looking, and here comes Kyle Matthews lower. Ooh, that's going to spell the end, I think. Yes, it will. Nathan Hudson. Horrible luck all season long. Could not get in the chase. Nathan Hudson's going to come out of turn number 4, coming to the line in this 8-car battle. It's going to be Nathan Hudson winning the 2K Sports 500. With Kyle Matthews being the highest finishing chaser in the 4th position. But a very good run for Altendorf, who finishes 10th. Nathan Hudson. He's got to be ecstatic in his race car. Hudson coming down victory lane, or coming down, to victory lane for that race car. Ooh. Oh, Preston Plort had a suspension problem. Alright, well, I'm actually going to export the results. Alright, and the race is official, with Nathan Hudson finally getting his victory in victory lane. Or finally getting his victory in the Budweiser All-Pro Series outside the All-Star race. It's Nathan Hudson who's going to victory lane. He's already in victory lane. He's out of his car celebrating. Congratulations is in order to Nathan Hudson, as next week we head to the Phoenix International Raceway. We're going to Phoenix for race number 7 of the final 10 chase races. I think, or it's either 8. Yeah, it's race it's race number 8. For race 8 of the chase, we're going to Phoenix next week. Congratulations to Nathan Hudson, one of the 2 dominant cars of the day. He was able to stick around to the end. Congratulations to him, and we will see you guys next week at Phoenix. Until we meet again.